Hi guys, welcome to the channel. We're just at the home front here, getting ready to head down the driveway and clear a little bit of snow. We kind of got clobbered this last night with a pretty big storm, and it's dropped between 12 and 16 inches of snow around Kodiak.
Yeah, it's quite a bit for us. We don't usually see much snow here.
Yeah, this is the most snow we've had since, well, we moved here in 2011, 2012 was the last big heavy snowfall year that we've had in Kodiak. And right now I suppose it's probably maybe close to 3 feet of snow that we've had on the ground. The last bad winter and that we had, the snow was up to the tops of the salmonberry bushes in the back over there, and those are like 6 feet tall. So some of it was drifted over there, but most of it was pretty high. So there's probably a good 3.5 to 4 foot of snow over there right now.
Yeah, it's getting pretty deep now.
Yeah, so it's good to see. I'm not really a big fan of snow and cold personally. We fish in the winter time, so it makes it tough on us to work in those kind of conditions, especially if it's real cold. Cold winters and cold weather means freezing spray, which is dangerous conditions to fish in.
Yeah.
And usually windy, which makes it hard for us. So we're not a big fan of it, but we also realize the importance of it to our climate and our environment, especially here in Kodiak. Gosh, really probably the last decade we've seen warmer and warmer summers and not a lot of snowpack. And wow, it is deep in here.
Wow, really is.
Yeah, so we've seen warmer and warmer weather and not a lot of snowpack in the winter, which has been tough on our local environment. Kodiak is what's considered a temperate rainforest, so we have all these huge spruce trees on the northern end of the island. You can see the moss, it's really heavy on the limbs, it's really heavy on the ground. And last summer in particular, it was so dry that everything was just crispy and crunchy. There's no water in the streams, so it has a pretty bad impact on not only the land, but also the streams and the rivers and the salmon that return to them.
Yeah, and a lot has to do with the foliage, the saturation of the ground.
Yeah.
The moss really dries up.
Yep.
Not really anything feeding the creeks and stuff then.
Yeah, and in the past, you know, we used to have maybe a week or 10 days or 2 weeks at the most of dry weather without any rain at all, and then we'd get a spell of rain and a wet period, and then it'd dry up again. You know, this is during the summer, and last summer it was hot and dry the entire summer. We had 2 days of rain, and one of those days was just kind of a misty day of rain, not really real rain where it downpours and soaks everything.
Yeah, really no saturation at all those days.
No, it was terrible. Our stream down here was virtually dry. A lot of the streams that the salmon returned to were completely dry at the terminus, which meant no fish were entering the rivers to go up and spawn. The fish that were in the river, you know, there's not a lot of water there for them to lay their eggs, and not a lot of water to make sure that those were protected. So it's hard to tell what the outcome of that is going to be, but I'm sure it'll have a lot of impacts on the amount of smolt that survived.
Yep.
And we'll be heading out to the ocean this coming year. So
yeah,
you can see that everything is really heavy. The bows are really heavy, so we're hoping that we'll have a good snowpack up in the mountains. I'm sure we will. It's pretty much good for everything except our tiny little deer that we have here. This would be like, you know, our deer are literally about rib cage high, waist high. You know, they're just short little things, so it's really tough for them to get around in this kind of snow. We've had one that's just been bedding around our house sleeping underneath the eaves for a few weeks now, and he was walking around in it earlier across the deck, and it was almost up to his back, the poor little guy. So yeah, we just thought we'd kind of share some of that with you.
Yeah, a little bit of insight into the ecosystem of Kodiak here.
Yeah. You can see everything is just really heavy with snow right now, so I think the wind is supposed to come up later this evening and we're supposed to get more snow. We'll see.
Yeah, it sounded like some northwesters coming, so.
Yeah, so it'll probably clear a lot of the snow off of these branches before they get too heavy, so that's good. You can see the difference of how deep the snow is. This is how much these trees are holding in snow right now. It's, you know, it's barely even calf deep right here, but in other places it's very deep. So
Man, we haven't seen it so white down here.
It's amazing.
Since we've lived here, really.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is the little creek bed that goes by our place. It must be pretty frozen up, I guess.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, so we haven't had much rain at all this winter like we usually do. Up until a week or so before Christmas, we had a lot of rain all through December, early December, mid-December. And yeah, a few days before Christmas, it got cold and we got snow. And it's been that way ever since, really.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, pretty much haven't had our usual downpour of rain.
Yeah.
We usually get snow and then it rains the next day most of the time and melts it off and makes everything icy, but really we don't hold much snow here most of the time.
Yeah, not the last decade or two anyways. Of course up in higher elevations the snow sticks around, but down low it get melted off. And
yeah,
I guess around Sunday it's gonna turn to the southeast, which is gonna bring in some moisture, probably some rain. We're hoping it is short-lived because it's gonna get pretty nasty out. Right now everyone's just struggling to get the snow moved.
That's the last snow.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna get too wild here. I'll just do a little bit each day.
You'll get there eventually.
Yep.
So yeah, usually the plow trucks just kind of clear the roads as the main focus, and then maybe they'll come back and clear the driveways.
Yeah, last time they came in here and at least swept out right here, so hopefully they do, because they've tossed it pretty good up in here.
Yep. Make sure you don't get a big ice berm, I guess is the idea, huh?
Yeah. Yep, we're just gonna clear out this area here a little bit, so hopefully we can get in and out of our driveway. I know we'll get down okay.
Yeah. So a little adventure downtown, guys. We'll plow through our gigantic snow berms here.
Yeah, do a little trail breaking. Not sure if we'll make it back up, but we should make it down.
Yep, we got our chains in the back anyway, so either way.
Worst comes to worst, we'll just park down at the bottom of our road, bottom of our driveway.
Yep.
Well, they canceled school today, so that was nice because Anita drives bus. She didn't have to worry about dealing with this mess. But I don't know about tomorrow. We'll see. It'd be kind of nice if they just cancel it for another day and let everyone get dug out a little bit more, get these roads under control, but we'll see. Her whole route's on the pavement, which is nice. She doesn't have to deal with any back roads. That's where they're going to be worse, but still, some of the back roads will still be probably bad tomorrow. It's hard to say.
Yeah, with this much snow, they don't have many places to put it, so
Yep.
really just push it into the off the side of the road and makes a pretty narrow lane.
Yep. Yeah. There's some snow around.
There is.
They really should just not worry about school tomorrow.
Into the snow, nowhere to go. A little snow buildup, the water.
Looks like we got drifted in.
Yeah,
I wasn't planning on shoveling off the boat, but might have to.
yeah, behind the pots there got built up pretty good.
Yeah, it sure did. There wasn't even anything in that corner, right?
Nope. Well, over there,
Buoys and lines.
pile of line, but that's it.
But the rest of it, no.
Yeah, so I guess we'll scoop some more snow.
16 inches deep right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we haven't burned up our tent. Ah, yes. Shovel the driveway, shovel the deck, shovel the boat.
Yep. Many platforms to maintain here. At least it's light, that's all I can say. Guess we could just get our hose going.
Yeah.
We
Yeah, get the heavy off. But our stove is fed by an electric pump off our fuel tank, so I gotta make sure that we have fuel in there. It'll burn up the pump if it runs dry.
I'm not even sure what's back here.
Just some buoys and
Yeah.
yeah. Bag of rubbish. I think that one is that bucket right there empty. I'll put that back down here.
Yeah.
Well, they ain't gone.
Not gone?
Nah.
How full?
Oh, kind of like our normal-ish level, really.
Quarter or whatever? Third?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
good.
It'll be good for 3 days anyways.
Well,
100 gallons, I reckon.
with both sides.
Uh,
Oh, is what we
what
spent.
did we even get? 170?
We got 100.
150? I don't remember what we got.
I think 150, maybe. Is that just?
Well, we also had some moving around town and stuff too, I guess.
Yeah, something around here, huh? All right, guys. So that's our little adventure downtown. Just checking on the boat, making sure everything's good, and everything's good.
Our snow day chore.
Yep.
Go
So,
home and have a hot cup of tea or coffee.
yeah, sounds good.
Relax.
Ready, Freddy. plow in. Full speed ahead.
Oh, the gap is small.
Yep, it is.
Oh dear. Oh.
Here. So close. Almost made it over the crest.
We'll have to give it another go here. Go, 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 go! We're close! We're close!
We've got it. Nice. Quite some cavitations there.
Yeah. We're just out here. Well, it's Sunday morning. It's a couple of days since our last big blizzard, our last big storm. And it looks like we got some more coming, huh, dear?
Yeah, as though we're starting over again.
Yeah. So we finally just got dug out here. We spent the last few days shoveling our driveway and getting the snow removed. The airport was shut down. Pretty much the whole town was shut down. There's only a few businesses that actually opened. And of course, you know, the vital emergency services like the hospital, police department, fire department, those guys. But for the most part, town was shut down. It was very quiet out. Roads were a mess. And travel was pretty restricted. So they got things pretty well cleaned up the next day, Wednesday, and school resumed on Thursday. But the roads were still a mess, huh, dear?
Yep, they were still a mess. Cars in the ditch, and it wasn't a lot of fun.
Yeah, so we've already gotten a couple of inches here since yesterday. Our weather is going to take a pretty bad turn for the worst here. It's going to come up about 40 knots or so out of the southeast by this afternoon. We're supposed to get probably 6 inches of snow, and then it's going to turn to rain for the next few days and warm up. So everything is going to be horrible
Big old
next
sheet
week.
of ice.
Yeah, things are probably going to get really icy. Be a lot of flooding around town. Storm drains and everything are all clogged up with snow. So yeah, things are going to be a mess around here. Shoveling our driveway was a fun task. Everybody was pretty busy plowing. It was pretty high demand, so we just ended up shoveling this by hand. We got our road all cleared off now, and probably won't worry about the rest of this. We'll just drive on it, and it's gonna get icy anyways.
Look how deep it is on the alders. Halfway up the alder bush.
Yeah.
All our roads are pretty much down to 1.5 lane. This is our main highway we're coming up to.
Yeah, they got it cleaned up pretty good now, but it took them 3 days really.
Yeah.
And in spots, it's still a little skinny, the road is.
Problem is getting a place to where to put all the snow that we're getting. So it kind of puts them behind a little bit.
Yeah, you can hear the wind starting to whistle up in the trees a little bit. Had some pretty good gusts this morning. It'll be pretty nasty in a few hours, I suppose. Good day to stay home. It's a weekend anyways, so that's nice. I think everybody kind of enjoyed their snow day. So yeah, I guess the official tally was 22 inches over that night. And then, you know, another 4 or 5 inches the next day. The snow's gonna start turning to rain here soon, so we're gonna get up on the roof and try and get some of this knocked off. It's I'm not too concerned about clearing off the whole roof, but we just want to kind of get along the edges of the eaves and allow the water to drain off. We got a big kind of a warm front coming in. It's going to warm up for the next couple of days. We're going to get a lot of rain, so as you can see, we got quite a bit of snow up here.
Okay, there's a deer.
Oh yeah. Yeah, one of our little locals. Been hanging around the house a lot lately. Two of them. There's the other one. So you can see why the snow is so hard on the deer here, because they're such small little guys. The backs of them they're not even hardly thigh high. They're about the size of a large dog. Go ahead and get this knocked down a little bit. Hopefully prevent the ice from damming up along the edges here and holding too much water on top. So this house was originally designed to be a 2-story home. But right now it's just a flat roof with a rubber membrane on it. But it's designed to take pretty heavy loads, so not too big of a deal. There's a good view of the creek that runs down through our property and the hillside up above. It's a pretty nice location right here. We really just have the one neighbor right here that's visible. There is some houses up there on the ridge, but the road is on the other side of the hill, so that's where everybody's built. So it's very hard to see them. You can only see the corner of 1 or 2 places up there, a little bit of the roof line and a little bit of siding. Yeah, you can see how small these deer are in relation to my wife's car. So I think these were fawns last year. They're not with their mother anymore, but these two have been hanging together on and off throughout the year. So I'm pretty sure they might be siblings. The one has really short, fluffy ears. They don't even seem fazed by it hardly. A big old clump of snow drops right by them.
Used to fall off the branches or something?
I suppose so. They almost seem curious more than anything. He keeps looking up here at us. What's going on? We'll just continue on, I guess, with our never-ending task of snow removal.
Yeah, it's been I think probably more shoveling than we've even had in the time living here.
Yep, it's been a snowy week. I read that that first storm that we had Tuesday, that was almost more snow than we had last winter combined. So, yeah.
Yep.
No, but it'll try and it'd just be good to get it knocked off where the eaves are.
Okay.
I think. Because off the front it does. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
If you like our videos, please subscribe.
Yeah, be sure and like and comment and share with your friends.
Yep, we'll catch you next time.
Yeah, see you guys.
Bye.